It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Thursday, August 20th, the morning edition. I'm James Spann. The weather's still unsettled today. We trend drier tomorrow and over the weekend. Not totally dry, but we trend drier. And the tropics are active. Let's go in there and take a look at things. What a trough for August. Wow. Big old trough coming down across the Midwest, pulling down some nice cool air for the Great Plains. And the cold front, the leading edge of the cooler air, is approaching the shoals. And it's going to take its sweet time in drifting south. And we stay in very moist air today. That was the radar early this morning at 5:07. Not much happening. Some rain up around the shoals. But again, like yesterday, we'll expect to see a number of showers and storms, especially this afternoon and early tonight. There's a watch warning map. What nation is relatively quiet. Some red flag issues up in the northwest. That's for wildfire danger there. Thunderstorms are likely today, but organized severe weather not expected here. There is a marginal risk well to the northeast of us for places like Washington, D.C., and Baltimore and Buffalo. Tomorrow, again, storms are possible, but no severe weather outlook here. We have a marginal risk for parts of Oklahoma, Texas, and Kansas. And on day 3, which is Saturday, the standard slight risk of severe weather way up north with another trough. And down here, you can see that we should be in relatively dry air for a change. Rain for the next 5 days, about 1 inch for South Alabama, 1/2 inch for the northern counties of the state. This is valid through Tuesday morning of next week. Check out Tropical Storm Danny, little burst of convection near the center. It's hanging on, but it's fighting dry air that's just north of the system, and that kind of gets in the circulation, and soon wind shear will be increasing, and I don't know if this thing survives for a long time. Tropical models, fairly tightly clustered. Most of them want to bring it over toward Hispaniola. And if this thing does survive to that point, those mountains will tear it up. Here's the GFS ensemble. Look, most of the members do the same thing now, bring it across Hispaniola. And beyond that, most of them just lose it. The last few runs of the operational GFS bring this to an open wave through there. And you can see the intensity forecasts are all going downhill. In fact, most models do not bring it to tropical storm or hurricane strength. And most of them begin to weaken it down to an open wave in about 5-6 days. So I just don't think this will be a problem for the Gulf or here. There's the official outlook. The guys at NHC continue to bring it up to a hurricane late tomorrow night, and then weaken it to a tropical storm coming across the Leeward Islands early next week. But again, I'm not so sure this can make it to hurricane strength. We'll see, but it's got a lot of things going against it. Here's the old GFS, the 06Z run, valid today at 1 o'clock. That's a fall-looking trough digging north of here. And again, the front is near the shoals, and it's not going to move much today, so we'll expect a number of showers and storms, especially this afternoon and early tonight. And the high today should be in the mid-80s. It's been a while since we've seen 90 here in the middle of August. That's amazing. HRRR, this is the high-res model. 9 o'clock this morning looks pretty wet. And actually, by 6 o'clock this evening, it's got the bulk of the storms south of here. I know some high school football games open up, tonight. It's the opening weekend of the season, so hopefully for the Thursday night games, they'll get those in with no rain, at least for the northern half of the state. Tomorrow, the air begins to dry out for the northern third of Alabama. We're still going to mention scattered showers and storms from Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston south. If you are north of Birmingham, the chance of rain relatively small. Highs mid to upper 80s, and this is Saturday as the weekend begins. And the air is relatively dry, so we'll call it partly sunny. A storm is possible, but probably not many of them. And again, look at the dynamic system there, the deep surface low, under 1,000 millibars on the North Dakota-Minnesota border with another cold front extending from that. And we wonder if that front just might make it through here next week. Now, Sunday, this run of the GFS brings in a higher moisture content. And with that surface front approaching, this is suggesting just maybe there could be an increase in the number of storms on Sunday. And we might have to spin it that way in the forecast. Still not what I'd call a rainy day, but clearly a chance of storms. And the same thing on Monday. Thunderstorms are possible with the surface front north of us. And And then look at the continental air getting here Tuesday. You can see that 1022 high near Chicago pushing in from the north. And if this is right, Tuesday would be mostly sunny and less humid. And then Wednesday, some moisture tries to push back in from the east. So this is suggesting if we do see drier air, it might be somewhat temporary, but we've seen other runs that keep it dry on Wednesday. And this is Thursday, week from today. Little upper low just west of the state, and that would suggest a chance of scattered showers and storms. Here's the end of the forecast, Saturday, August 29th. 594 heat northeast of here. And again, that little upper low to the west, and that looks fairly wet if this happens to be correct. Temperatures off the ensembles, you can see that it tries to ramp us up maybe in the low 90s this weekend, but you can see that intrusion of drier, cooler continental air by the middle of next week. It's got us down to 62 by Wednesday morning and the high Tuesday of 86. And if we can get that down in here, that'll feel pretty good. And then we go back up in the low and mid 90s toward the end of August and the first part of September. We all know it can be hot here in September. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream of the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.